Hey guys, so today's video is going to be about my current hair care routine. So I'm going to be talking about what I'm using to currently color my hair, what I use to shampoo and condition my hair, and what I use to style my hair. So as you can tell, my hair is colored red. I'm naturally a dark blonde, but I color my hair red, which many of you know that red hair is hard to maintain. It is one of the easiest colors, or one of the hardest colors to maintain. It washes out pretty easily compared to other colors. So first I'm going to talk about what I use to color my hair at the moment. I've been trying a bunch of different things in the last 6 or 7 months. Right now, all I'm using is actually a semi-permanent dye, and what I'm using is Manic Panic, and mine is in the color Vampire Red, Vampire Red, which you can see at the bottom. The reason I'm using this right now is because with this particular dye, I don't have to mix it with any developers to lift my hair. I don't have to do any bleach or anything like that. I put this directly on my hair. And the reason I'm doing that, well, when a lot of people use this, they usually bleach their hair first or lighten it first, then apply this brand of hair color. Because this brand, Manic Panic, comes out, has several different colors like greens, blues, purples, things like that, and reds, obviously. But a lot of people will usually lighten their hair first or bleach it before adding this, because if you add this on top of dark hair, it won't really show up. If anything, it'll give you like a red tint or whatever color you're using. But because my hair is light enough, I don't really need the extra lift. And so I just use this by itself. And the reason I'm using a semi-permanent, the thing about semi-permanent is it's not permanent. So it washes out with every wash, that anytime you wash your hair. So literally as I'm washing my hair, I see red color coming out of my hair. So it is a semi-permanent, so it's not as strong on my hair. And the reason I'm using something like this is because I've tried so many different products, hair coloring products on my hair in the last 6 or 7 months, that the bottoms of my hair have gotten pretty damaged. They're improving a lot since I stopped using stronger dyes and I've been using Manic Panic. But my hair's just gotten really damaged, and the more that you color your hair with using high volume developers, the more it damages your hair. So I wanted to use something that, this is basically just like a stain. I throw this over my hair, it colors my hair, and it washes out with every wash. So yeah, it can be inconvenient because you have to color your hair more often, but the thing about that is that I don't wash my hair every single day. You shouldn't anyway, because it strips your hair of the natural oils, but I don't wash my hair every day just so that the red lasts even longer. So this is what I use to color my hair. I usually just pour all of it into a little mixing bowl that I get from Sally's Beauty Supply or any other beauty supply store, and I just brush it onto my hair using one of these little brushes. And normally I would use just this, but what I did the last time I colored my hair, which I've noticed a big difference by doing this, is I mix in a little bit of this. It's called the Protein Color Filler. And it looks like that. And I have mine number 10 red, as you can see right there in the middle. Throw all of this, the Manic Panic, into just a hair color dish. And then I didn't even measure it, but I just basically poured about, I think about a third of the bottle, maybe half. I think about a third of the bottle into the mixing bowl, and then mix it all together. I didn't measure it just because, I don't know, I just didn't. I just threw in however much I felt was good compared to how much dye I already had, and I mixed it up with the brush, and I just brushed it onto my hair. What this does, it's because of the protein color filler, it helps fill out your dead ends with protein, so it kind of fills in those holes in your hair that's not holding color as well, because I was having that problem earlier in the year. So I've noticed a huge difference. Usually in the past couple months when I would color my hair, it would fade out first from the bottom, which is really strange. So ever since the last time I colored my hair, I put this in with the Manic Panic, and it's been holding a lot better. And the last time I colored my hair was about 5 to 6 weeks ago, which is a really good amount of time considering it's only a semi-permanent dye. So that's that. So now onto what I use when I shampoo and condition my hair. The brand is called Quantum. It's down there. And I get this from Sally's Beauty Supply, and the name of the color is Riveting Reds, right there. I believe there's also one for brunettes and blondes, but I'm not sure what they're called. But yeah, so this is for redheads, and I have the conditioner as well. So these are about $8 a bottle from Sally's, and I think it's about $7 a bottle if you have the Sally's Beauty card or whatever. Yeah, so the thing with this is that the shampoo and the conditioner are actually both red. The actual shampoo and conditioner are red. Pour it into your hand and you put it into your hair. You're putting red into your hair, so it's depositing red into your hair, so it helps you kind of maintain your color. After I wash my hair, once I step out of the shower, I wait about 5 or 10 minutes before combing out my hair or anything, just because I feel like your hair is most vulnerable when it's wet, and so you're more likely to kind of tear out your hair when it's wet, and especially because the ends of my hair are damaged. So I try to just let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes before I start going at it with any combs or anything. So once I wait, first I spray a detangler in my hair just to kind of help comb it through without me having to rip out any hair. So what I'm using right now is the Swab Kids Soft and Smooth Detangler. So just that. I didn't get any kind of expensive one just because I figured the kids one would be fine, and I love this and it smells really good. So I think it was like $3 at Target. So I use that, I just spray it all over my hair, and then I comb it out with a wide tooth comb. You definitely want to use a wide tooth comb, especially when your hair is wet, because if you use a brush, you're more likely to rip out your hair or give yourself split ends, or you're just gonna damage your hair. You just don't want to do it. So I recommend a wide tooth comb. So I start at the bottom because that's where the most tangles are. So I would just brush at the bottom, and once the tangles are out at the bottom, I'd start my way up and comb through. Then go about 3/4 of the way up, comb through, and then go all the way through. If you start from the top and just rip through, you're gonna rip out your hair. So yeah. Then once I've done that, I usually use one of 3 products on my hair. It just depends on what I'm into that day. One of the products would be the John Frieda Full Repair Deep Infusion. This is Perfect Ends. So Perfect Ends Deep Infusion. So I would just put like a dime size amount into the palms of my hand, rub my palms together, and then just focus it on the bottom of my hair. So I would either use that, or I would use my Marrakesh oil, which is supposed to be the same thing as Moroccan oil. It's just kind of like a cheaper alternative. So I got this at a beauty supply store. Again, I would just put a little bit into my hand, rub them together, and add it to the bottom of my hair. The third thing I would use, if I'd only use one of these products, I wouldn't use them all. So I would just decide between the 3 which one I'd want to use. The third one is what I got from my June Birchbox. This is the Oscar Blondie Hair Serum. So there's that little guy. Same thing, add a little bit to my hands, rub them together, add it to the bottom of my hair. Just kind of seal the ends, make them a little bit softer and more manageable. And as far as styling goes, I try not to blow dry my hair at all. I probably only blow dry my hair a couple times a month just because, and the only reason I would do that is because I'm in a hurry and I need my hair to dry so I can go out or whatever. But what I usually try to do is just have my hair air dry whenever I can. On day 1, after I had washed my hair the previous night, what I would do is just add loose curls to my hair. So what I would use to do that is just a 1.5 inch curling iron. This is just an old one I've had forever. It's by Revlon. And I would just curl my hair, I wouldn't do anything crazy, just basically to kind of smooth out my hair, but to give it a little bit of texture at the end. Of course, before doing any kind of styling with heat, whether it's a curling iron or a straightening iron, anything like that, I would use a heat protectant, and the one I've been using is the Tresemme Heat Protectant Heat Tamer Spray. I just spray that all over my hair, make sure and then I just kind of comb it through, make sure it's kind of spread out, and then I would go ahead and curl my hair or do whatever. So I would do that on day 1, and I get pretty nice curls. And then just so that they're not extra crunchy or anything, I just use just a soft, not too heavy hairspray. And the one I've really been loving is the Herbal Essences Set Me Up Hairspray Fixative. I don't know. This is what it looks like, and it has the number 2, so it's not a super strong hold. It's kind of, this has extra, but it's kind of just more of like a flexible hold. It doesn't get too crunchy or anything. So that's pretty much what I would do. On the second day, I would just kind of comb out my hair with the wide tooth comb, and instead of having the bigger curls, it would be more just like kind of waves. And then I would just have it like that, and I would put a little bit of serum again throughout the bottom of my hair just so that there's no kind of static or flyaways, things like that. Then on day 3, such as today, I would just go in and curl it again. Or I would end up putting it up. A lot of times I'd end up putting it up, but I didn't feel like putting it up today. But usually on day 3 or so, I would do braids in my hair or throw it up in like a messy bun, or I'd style it in some kind of way. Then from there on, I usually keep my hair up for the 4th or 5th day, depending on how bad it looks. Or I might just go ahead and wash it. I only wash my hair every 3 to 5 days. I know that sounds kind of gross, but with having red hair, the best way to maintain the color is to wash it as little as possible, because especially with using a semi-permanent dye, the more you wash it, the more color you're going to be rinsing out, the more it fades, and the sooner you're going to have to recolor it. So I try to wash it as little as possible. 3 to 5 days, just depending on how long I can get away with it before it looks completely disgusting. But in between washes, what I use is, of course, dry shampoo, and the one I'm using is the Swab dry shampoo. I got this from my grocery store for about $2 something. It was just under $3, and it's really great. I do buy them like 2 or 3 bottles at a time because I go through them pretty quickly. But for $3 a bottle, like, you can't go wrong. So, and it smells amazing too. So I just use that and I spray it through where my roots are, just massage it through until it looks refreshed. So that is pretty much it. I hope I helped somebody out there with any kind of questions you have about maintaining red hair color especially. But I'm definitely not a hairstylist. I don't know how to do that many styles to my hair, but I do what I can. So I hope I help somebody out there. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments, and I will try to help you out as best as I can. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.